swamp the rhinos.
This is my favorite take from Donald Trump. I saw this and I lost my fucking mind. It's such good it's just, he's popping off.
To swamp the rhinos, the deep state, the globalists, and actually the communists. You know, I used to say we'll never be a socialist country. And I was right, because the train never stopped at the socialist, that station never stopped. It just went right by. So maybe we hit the Marxist station and the communist station, but they never stopped at socialism, did they, Monica? Never stopped, It's like, so I was right.
Yeah, the train never stopped. Choo choo, they said. We're at the communist station. Yeah, dude, America has communism now. The more capitalist America gets, the more communist Republicans call it. It's so funny. All aboard. We got to the Marxist station. As you know, Marxists love deregulating. They love saying redundancies and safety measures are silly and get in the way of the profit motive. Get in the way of the profit margins. This guy, Karl Marx, folks, he wrote a whole book. He loved capitalism. Wrote a whole book about it. Called it Das Kapital.
Isn't directly right. I wish I weren't right. I wish at least they stopped for a little while and then we'll settle that problem. But they've gone long beyond that, what they're going. To swamp the rhinos, the deep state, the globalists. ANC is dying. They're dying. I always predicted they'll endorse me sometime prior to the election. Might have been the only thing I've been wrong about, actually. But now they wish they had to do that over again. No, they're all dying. Even Fox is way down. Fox is way down.
Yeah.
Because they're not on board with us.
They're
not on board with us. But they're better. But they're not on board with us. It's just like 2016. Fox was against me. Everybody was against me. And we like it better that way, don't we? Somehow we like it just fine.
He's coming back, dude. These are some takes, Trump on undocumented immigrants. We got to get him out. We got to start with the bad ones. Trump proposed an executive order banning federal agencies from promoting the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. He's hitting all the high notes. He's talking about trans stuff.
Even talking about these subjects? Think of that. Gender affirming care.
Do we have the full video? I kind of want to watch the full video of this.
Greenhouses, livestock.
Yeah, we watched this yesterday. It's great. Okay, do we have the full video? I kind of want to watch the full video.
It's not going to be a problem. As soon as we get in, it'll all be ended. I'll sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. It's enough.
At any age.
I ended it in the military. I took a lot of heat. But I ended in the military. You're not allowed to take drugs, but massive amounts of drugs. And people are disturbed in so many different ways. Look, people, they have their ideas, and I'm not going to knock anything. But
remember, it is never just about like trans children it was never about protecting children. You don't protect children by like stopping them from taking hormone blockers. And very quickly, the narrative shifted over to, no, adults too. Like, adults too. Always. I forgot how transphobic he is. He honestly doesn't talk about it that much compared to the rest of the GOP, but when he does, it's just as unhinged, if not more unhinged, yes.
In the military, you're not allowed to take practically an aspirin. And massive amounts of drugs are taken. They have the operation. You need massive amounts of all forms of drugs. And so just on that basis alone, I ended it. And the military was extremely happy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely. Trump's audience grows as he attacks Ron DeSanctimonious in Florida.
They'll even take the... We're there, actually. And it was really...
Does anyone have the full one? I want to watch this full video, man. I don't want to watch the highlights because there's so many highlights. There's no lowlights. You know what I mean?
Really good. It was really nice. And everybody thought it was great. And about 2-3 days later, there didn't seem to be much energy. They'll even take this crowd. You know, Ron DeSanctimonious had a crowd in Staten Island today. 139 people in Staten Island. We got a lot of people. We have 139 times about 30. We got a lot of people here. But I always say, hit your enemy a little bit early. Some people say don't, but I say do.
The enemy. Ron DeSanctimonious, he's the enemy. You don't protect trans people by making it more likely for them to commit suicide? Exactly. Well, but they don't never give a fuck about protecting trans people anyway. They don't want trans people to exist.
And this state is so incredible. And I never mention this because I don't like hitting Republicans. I really don't. But I did get 1.2 million more votes than Ron. 1.2 million more votes. Nobody wants to mention. The press refuses to mention it. We'll have to talk to our Club 47 people about this. They don't want to mention good things. No, I got 1.2 million votes more than Ron. And Ron did good in Florida, but I did great. And we won it very easily. In fact, the people in Florida said, sir, you don't even have to come. They love you in Florida. But they love me for a reason. They love me because of the job I did.
There's homies in here promoting like their fucking their illegal black band FIFA, fucking footy streams. That's so weird. Champions League, lad. It's not FIFA, but it's footy. Footy, yeah. Trump brags he actually had a very good relationship with Putin. We noticed, says Aaron.
Example, Putin never, ever would have gone into Ukraine if I were president. Never. And I told him, I actually had a very good relationship. By the way, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. You know, these idiots back there would say, he's very close to Putin. Remember when they hit me with the question, who do you trust? Your intelligence people in the United States.
It's so funny that, like, it's technically correct to have and maintain a decent relationship with every fucking world leader, okay? But, like, they literally say this about Xi Jinping. They're like, Trump, not me, but even though I call him Xi Jinping, Joe Biden, he has a very good relationship with Xi Jinping. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? They pick and choose. It's like, you know, Republicans can do no wrong. They get away with it. They can be friendly with all the fucking world leaders, which they should. Like, you know, it's always better to lead through. It's always better to make sure that the relationships that you have with other, you know, foreign nations is a positive one. You already have trade. You already have trade relationships. So just continue on that. But don't talk to Cuba or Venezuela. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so fucking annoying.
Not intelligent. You're intelligence people. Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Lisa Page. How about Lisa? Or Putin. And I said, you know, that could be the toughest question I've ever been asked as a politician. They wanted me. And then when I really didn't give them a very good answer in terms of exactness, because I didn't want to, because I didn't trust these people. They're bad people. These are bad people. And when I didn't give, all hell broke loose. But that's okay. You know, that's okay. And it turned out I was right. I was right about that, too. These people, what they have done to our country with the fake Russia scam. And, you know, it's just incredible. But Putin never.
Okay, dude. It's so boring. Trump on Russia's war. Continuing to pour money is delaying everything.
It would have never happened. Now, with that being said, it did happen. I believe I could settle that thing in 24 hours.
Oh, my God, dude. I love that. Dude, he's so awesome. He said, give it up to me. I'll settle it in 24 hours. This is unironically the most, like, normie American hog take that you could just fucking laser focus on, okay? It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good fucking... This is literally channeling the exact same fucking attitude that all these fucking hogs have. It's the idea that you're like, yeah, what do you mean? I can do this. Monday morning quarterback, armchair quarterbacking. I could kick a football. I don't understand why you fucking failed, bitch. I would have tossed the pigskin way better. Just let me on the field. Let me do my thing, okay? It's awesome. What's wrong with wanting to end a war, though? No, I want the war to end, too. It's just funny to think that, like, Trump is like, yeah, just let me at him. 24 hours, I'll solve it. Like, what do you mean? How is he doing that? This is the same energy as Marky Mark saying he would have killed the hijackers on 9/11. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I think I could. I really do. I really do. And continuing to pour money in is delaying everything. It's delaying a lot of settlement. It's delaying a lot of things. But it's also getting a lot of people killed, because every day that goes on, more and more people are getting killed. More and more of some of those incredible buildings with the domes that are 1,000 years old, they're just laying down dead right now. The whole cities are being done. Almost every single power plant in Ukraine has been destroyed because Russia wins wars with the cold. They beat Napoleon with the cold. They beat Hitler with the cold. That's how they win. And that's what they're doing.
Bro, like, okay, but like, you're also talking about Ukraine at that point. Like, I mean, it's a funny take, but like also, you know, but that's Ukraine too, you know, like what you're considering Russia at that point is also like, you know, Ukraine as well. Also, Ukraine isn't a Western European nation that decided to invade Russia. So I don't know why he said that. It's so funny, dude. He's so good. Yeah, and it only helped Russia in a defensive war, not when attacking. Yeah, exactly. It's not like, it's not. What? It makes no sense, because what he's claiming is Russia at that point also features Ukraine. Like, Ukrainians were the ones who also beat the Nazis with the cold. You know what I mean? They got wizards. They're using the cold to their advantage. They're doing it.
Now, they're knocking out all the power plants and people are freezing to death. And it's a very bad thing. I could settle that in one day. As president, you need the power of that.
I can settle that in one day. It's so good. I'm sorry. It's fucking awesome. Like, just give me Ukraine. I'll handle it in one day. One day. Same energy as the chatters being like, I could serve a top of the hour ad break better than you. You know? It's like, no, you can't. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Okay? You do it better than you. No, you can't. Bye-bye. You no longer want to see those ads at the top of the hour. All you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub. Hasanabi's nipple. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It is a very Steven Seagalian take. Send me to Ukraine, I'll fix it in one day. I've been living in Ukraine for 25 years, I'll fix it. MP Sharky, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. There's the 3-minute ad break now.
That office. But you need to have Steckel You need to have a way of dealing. You can't do that
Hassan's
just by
tread
standing
wife,
and
thank you for the
saying,
5
"Oh,
gifted."
we're going to get it." Look, people are dying. The country is being obliterated. Russia's a warring nation. They have many missiles. And if those missiles didn't work, they have other missiles, which we don't even want to talk about.
No.
Very powerful missiles, just like we have, and bombs. And that should be settled immediately, and it could be settled immediately. And when I watch these people going
thank you for the
over
5
there and
gifted
talking,
subs.
they have no idea what they're doing. And every day that goes by, in many ways, is a gift to Putin, because it just gets worse and worse, and more people are, how do they live like that? And many aren't living.
Many aren't living because they're dead.
Death count is much higher than what
That's so good.
nuclear
Yeah, no, he literally is like, many aren't living because they died.
is so devastating that we don't even want to talk about it. And that was a word that was never supposed to be mentioned. You have 2 N-words, neither of which should ever be mentioned. I said that once. I said, "Oh, what a terrible thing to say." No. You have 2 N-words. You know what the one is, but the other is the nuclear word. Not supposed to ever be mentioned. Ever, ever, ever. It's mentioned every single day now. Nuclear is so devastating that we don't even want to talk about it. And that was a word that was never supposed to be mentioned. You have 2 N-words, neither of which should ever be mentioned.
So good. The GOAT, dude. The fucking GOAT.
To be in the same room with you, number
Thank
one.
you. It's my honor.
I'd also like to thank you for your sacrifice to the people of this country.
Man, he sacrificed so much, dude.
A lot of people are right now auditioning. You know that. A lot of people that are running at 1%, 2%, 3%, no percent. We have a couple that are joining. They're at no percent. I say, I wonder what they're doing. I think they're auditioning right now for.
Every Democrat that poo-poos any kind of like peace talks attitude, any kind of any Democrat that comes out and says like you're bad, you're wrong, you're evil for like fucking wanting to put an end to the war immediately in Ukraine, is doing a disservice, because then you got these fucking dummies who are like, no, we want to end it. We want to end it. When like they don't give a shit. They're never going to stop it. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to end it. But at least they're saying they want to. Half the time they want to end it by because they want to take the money away from Ukraine and like what, fund the border wall or bomb Mexico. You know?
Yes, we have a question here, Mr. President. Yes. Oh, Joe, come on.
Hello, Mr. President. Thank
Hi.
you so much for everything you've done for us.
Thank you.
We all love you.
Thank you.
We have a problem with all the 3-letter agencies in Washington.
Oh, dude, this is the most groiped up shouty in the fucking room right there. We have a problem with the 3-letter agencies, sir. They're using the tactics they use on Muslims on us instead, sir. What do we got to do about that?
The CIA, the FBI.
So do I.
What is your plan to, I hate to put it this way, but burn them down and start all over again?
Yeah. They've gotten out of control. They have weaponization in some forms and other things. They have really gotten out of control. And the only thing that can change that are the people. And we did a lot of work, and we were really getting down to a point that, nobody could believe how well we were doing in that regard. But we're going to have to do something about it. We're going to make changes and big changes, and that change has to start.
Yes, we have a question here, Mr. President. Yes. Oh, Joe, come on.
Hello, Mr. President. Thank
Hi.
you so much for everything you've done for us.
Thank you.
We all love you.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
have
big changes are coming. Yeah, he's going to abolish. He's going to dissolve the CIA and the FBI.
Because it became too big for its bridge.
A guy asked Trump if AT&T should be dismantled because DirecTV dropped Newsmax. Oh my God. I love when they fucking talk about monopolist power only because like their favorite programming has been disrupted. It's so frustrating, dude. It's so crazy. I mean, I'll take it. I don't give a fuck. Like, Like, the only time when they're like, yeah, let's do something about these fucking mega corporations is when, like, Disney comes out and says something along the lines of, like, yeah, you shouldn't, like, try to murder gay people. They're like, whoa, what the fuck? Time to put corporate punishments on the board. And it's like, okay, fine, do it. I don't even give a shit. I don't care. Do it. Yeah, it's because of the gay people thing. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? And then they never do. A guy asks if he wants his fans to fight for him. Trump says, what we need is your absolute undying support, and we have it. We lost by a whisker here, a whisker there. Okay, yeah, all right. So, Trump popped off.